Beeps mean that we're now we're recording. We weren't recording before.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that was no evidence.
Josh is going to intro you in, and John's going to pour some.
Is he going to do it in the wrestling way? Like Lacey Von Erich?
Yes, we should do that.
Can you do that, Josh?
I don't know. Let me try. What's the last name?
Von Erich.
Eric.
Von Erich?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It actually means wrestling, I think.
It does.
Let me fix Jeff's angle real quick, and I'll get right back.
It actually means German royalty, but we're Swedish. My granddad just made that up because he was a bad guy, so he wanted to be the German bomber.
What?
Yeah, and half our family's Jewish, so it's horrible, but yeah.
That was a lot to take in right there. I was
Yeah.
like, kind of like, what just happened?
Yeah. Yep, we're Swedish, but...
I'm going to start opening this because it's going to take a while.
Bourgeois?
Yes. Bourgeois.
Bourgeois is Jouy, so I don't really know. So I know it's Jo.
Yeah, so this is Bo, and then Joie. Does anyone have any idea how you?
I would say Jouy, but
Jouy?
why would that be?
All right, I can just
can you
Google
Google
Translate.
This is champagne. It's from France. It's Brut. We tried the other one before. It was called Sugar something. It was really sweet. Do you like sweet or Brut?
Brut.
It's champagne Brut. Yeah. Okay,
I like.
perfect.
Yeah, I don't like anything sweet actually.
Okay.
Because I grew up on a pepper farm, and so everything's just meat, potatoes, and spicy.
All right.
Yeah, nothing sweet ever.
It's your German side?
That must be the German side.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
My fake German side. Our last name's really Adkisson.
Really? What?
Von Erich,
so that's French?
My granddad made
or,
it
I mean,
up.
Swedish?
Yeah, apparently.
You ready?
All right. Here,
Let's
John,
hear it, Josh. Yeah.
Get some volume.
Yeah, yo.
Welcome to the MNO show with Lacey Von Erich.
Close. That was close. It's more like Lacey Von Erich.
Lacey Von Erich.
There we go.
All right,
It's
do
a
it
little
all
better.
over again. Do it all over again. You got it now. You got
You're
it now.
awful.
Welcome to the MNO show with Lacey Von Erich.
Yep, you're fired. I'm just kidding. Good
Does
job.
it? Will this play it out
I think
loud
it plays
so you
it
can hear
too. I know it's
it
like
means
translating.
beautiful joy.
Oh,
That's pretty cool, right?
yeah. If it, well, I
It
guess we'll test that out.
translates- It translates into beautiful joy.
If it's ugly sadness, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to hear it. So
Yeah, we don't know. So it's Bo, Joie. So yeah, we're gonna try this. Ready?
I'm ready.
Woo!
I tried to launch it, but
We got to get a sword for next time. My 16-year-old always tries to swear to me that he can use a knife and get it off. He watched it on YouTube, and I've never let him do it. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Does he go to Westlake then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Our kids
Yeah,
are
he
probably
plays water polo.
Our kids are probably in the same. Is he a junior or a sophomore?
He's a sophomore.
Okay. Mine's a junior.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a junior.
Why isn't he on the wrestling team? You know, I'm one of the coaches at Westlake.
I
for
did
wrestling.
not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is he? How is he not on the wrestling team?
I don't know, like a unitard and wrestling around on the ground didn't sound good to him. Especially when you grow up in a pro wrestling family and it's very, very different than real wrestling.
Josh, you wanna try this?
It's more like a show.
He's joining the wrestling.
He's a boxer.
Wait, is
He does boxing at,
Boss Rittens?
yeah, because my friend Ryan is a MMA star.
oh, I know Ryan.
You do? I love Ryan.
Well, we'll have to take this off camera, but he's joining the wrestling team next year.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, Daniel. Oh. Well, okay, not fit
Jeff's the
interferes with
coach.
water
He's one
polo.
of the coaches over there.
That's really. I know you missed all of that. You missed a whole
Sorry, you already said
conversation
that. You still had with that. Sorry, I was focused.
It's all right. You were working.
on your happy joy.
Happy joy, happy joy. That was what was
Ren
that
and
cartoon?
Stimpy?
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy.
I don't know how that came out of my head, but yeah.
Spot on, mate. Cheers.
Cheers
Happy joy.
to double fisting champagne.
Yeah, happy joy.
I'll get rid of this one, and then I'll drink this one. Okay.
Okay. Tell us what you think about happy joy.
So far, it smells a little weird.
It's okay. Well, I'll tell you what those. You're smelling the yeast.
Oh, yummy. That's what I always tell my husband. That's not me. You're smelling the yeast.
The notes are floral and yeast notes on the nose.
Oh my God, me too.
And you can try and cover it up with something florally. No. Anyways, give away fruit flavors, citrus, apple. It's a Pinot Noir.
Oh, I like it. I can taste the apple.
Yeah, great balance between the fruit and acid. Keeps the zero dosage champagne from being overly dry.
From being overly dry? I think you're thinking of my comment so much.
Beavering.
It's 60% Pinot, 40% Chardonnay, made in France. So you're going to France.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah?
We are trying to do an international trip with our 3 kids like once a year. So we do Costa
Nice.
Rica in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, and then we'll do France next
What's
year.
your plan to do in France? Do you have plans
Do
already?
fancy pants stuff.
Yeah. There's a thing called Le Boat. Check it out.
Les mots.
Le Boat.
Les boat.
The boat.
Oh, okay.
And you can rent.
They don't have a French word for boat.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They must.
They just throw a little.
Lay boat.
They just throw a lay.
And you could go get an El Taco.
Yeah.
Like
El Boto.
Wait,
El
is this
Boto.
the boat trip you talk about going up the river or
Yes,
something
yeah,
like that?
yeah. It's like a one-way boat. You stay on the boat. You cruise through the locks. You can pick whichever region of France you want to go. You can go through.
And you never get back because it's just one way. I'm
It's just
sorry.
one way. No,
we're out.
Yeah, you just go as
I
far
hope
as
you like it.
you go as far as you
We're
can.
not coming back.
Yeah. That would
Well,
be.
you can always find your way back.
Yeah, wherever you end up,
Hopefully
you just jump
there's
on
a
a cab
boat.
and
Is that what river
to go
would
back
that
to
be?
Paris. There's locks. They're not
Oh.
rivers. So they're like. So back in the day, before like trucking and roads, through Europe, everything was sent
Sticky.
through boats on boats and
Oh, I'm a horrible guesser.
yeah. And so you putt the boat, and you sleep on it. So you're kind of traveling through France, and you're also staying on the
Sounds
boat.
fun.
There's bikes on it, so when you hit the town, you can get off and cruise the town and get stuff.
Ooh, I like that.
And then when you get to the lock, either it goes up or down, whatever, depending on where you are. And then the lock keeper has like the local wine or honey or bread or whatever, and you can buy stuff and then just keep cruising on. And you could just.
So is this from France? This is from
French,
France.
yeah.
Okay.
This is a
So
French
that's the
champagne.
only way you can be a champagne, right? Is if you're
Champagne, yes.
from France.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're a sparkling wine.
Sparkling wine. California makes.
But
fun.
why is this a Pinot Noir?
Because
and
the
something
grapes.
else?
Those are the grapes. Yeah. So
the really
most
only thing that makes it
champagnes are
champagne is because it's sparkling.
it's sparkling white wine from the region of Champagne in France.
Oh my God, you're so
Yeah.
smart.
Isn't he?
So it's either
You should
Pinot.
own like a beer place.
You're onto
Yeah.
something.
Mostly Chardonnay, I think, and then Pinot obviously is a good one. But yeah,
So when are y'all gonna start serving some hard liquor here?
any day now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yes. Currently, we have a 23 license, which allows us to brew and sell beer and wine, and we're getting our 47, which allows us to sell spirits.
The real stuff.
Yeah.
And we need a dance floor.
Then we're doing that too.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna have.
So is this your show? You just like start talking and we just go on regular,
This
like
is the
random
show.
tangents?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like it.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But we typically jump back in a person's history, which we're going to do right now.
Oh, that's fun.
So
Everyone
we're-
died. The end. No, I'm just kidding.
So where did you grow up?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, so I grew up in a wrestling family. So my granddad started wrestling. He just I think he just wanted to bet on it. He was a boxer.
Okay.
And he was like,
Was that in-
I'm going to rig this shit. And
Was
because
it in
I
Texas?
have, yeah.
Okay.
He had a boxing company, I guess, and he was going to rig it and make money or something. And then, so they're like, okay, we're getting really hurt every night. If we're going to keep this on the road, we're going to do this 5 nights a week. We can't actually punch your lights out. We really,
Right.
we got to make this a little better. Started doing the whole wrestling thing. And then, he made all of my dad, all 5 of my uncles, all be pro wrestlers. But unfortunately, we have a super tragic family. Everyone died of drug overdose and suicide, and
Wrestling's tough.
Yeah, and so, but I couldn't get over it. Like it was really hard for me to talk about it or anything. And then Vince McMahon called me when I was like 18. I was like, hey, do you want to be a diva? And I was like, what the hell's a diva? And he was like, oh, you don't watch wrestling? I was like, no, it's kind of a sore subject in my family.
Right.
Like, they would die. I'm going to go watch wrestling. And so he was like, I want you to be a pro wrestler. I was like, do you know what I look like? Because when I was little, like Scary Sherry and Naughty Natalie were these giant, crazy, beefed up women. And I'm like...
Right.
Okay, like I'm not doing steroids or something. Like they did. And they're like, oh, Lacey, they're our babysitters. Like they'd hold us up with one arm. Like, no, I'm not that kind of girl. So anyway, I signed the contract that night and I got over my whole family dying. I'm like, I don't even care anymore. No, I'm just kidding. No, I can talk about it though. So now, movies coming out about it. We have a couple, but one of them, Zac Efron's playing my Uncle Kevin.
Okay.
And then Jeremy Allen White is playing my dad. He was in The Bear and Shameless.
Okay. Yep.
And then Lily James is playing my Aunt Pam, which she played Pam Anderson, so she's going from Pam to Pam.
Oh, wow.
And that'll be out in theaters. And we'll be actually going to the Venice Film Festival next summer for the movie.
Nice.
Cool.
And so that'll be my first time to Italy, so it's exciting.
That's amazing.
Then I can try lots of yummy wine and tell you how much this one sucks. I'm just kidding. It's okay. I like it. I do.
Growing up wrestling and watching wrestling, and I remember like WWE and was it WWE and then turned into
It was WWF and then WWE because
it was WWF.
They World Wildlife Foundation was like, okay, you can use our acronym, but you can't go international. Like you have to stay in America. You can't.
And there
can't
was
take it
something
outside.
Before that. Something with an
WCCW was the one Granddad's World Championship Wrestling, and then an A. There's other wrestling federations out there.
I grew up in Minnesota, and
Minnesota. Then you're gonna see indies wrestling federations all over Minnesota.
Right. So there's a lot of those, and I remember going to the first cage match when I was a kid, and I actually got to help bring the cage out, and they put it together.
That's
and
exciting.
I remember hanging out with the wrestlers in a bar.
Oh
after.
Yeah. Oh, that's always where we were.
And when you said put up them up on this one guy had my brother and I on two different arms.
Oh, my dad could do that.
Right.
Yeah. But steroids were fine back then.
But the Von Erich name rings a bell to me. Thinking back, so that they must have been part of whatever I was watching.
My husband and I were married for 4 years before I found out he had my dad's poster on his wall in college. He acted like he had no idea who our family was. He was and married me. And then his friend was like, yeah, you had our dad's poster on your wall. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I was like, are you kidding me? This whole time? The whole time?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I married my stalker, but it worked out.
I remember I used to play E.T. Donuts. There was an E.T. Donut shop next to the Albertsons on Arbalest.
Yeah, I mean they just went out of business last year.
Oh, they did? Wow. When I was a kid, they had video games in there, and they had the WWF video game. It was like Hulk Hogan and...
Oh, Uncle Terry. I love him.
Yeah, and I literally got a paper route so that I could make money to play that game.
That's funny.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And a paper route. Wow. How old are you? 900?
Pretty much. Yeah, I had a paper route in Chanticleer.
And everything cost a nickel.
Yeah. The video games were a quarter already.
Seems right.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a paper route.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that
you
was
shouldn't tell
hustle.
any dates or anything about that story.
Right?
No, you should maybe dye the hair and
it was before you were born,
Botox.
probably.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'll make you look like a douchebag in no time.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't even need help with that.
Oh my God, I took my sister out last night. She came in from Texas. And I took her to Mastro's, and we went to Bamboo, and we were dancing. We hit teeth while we were dancing. It was a very small dance floor. She literally, I love
She
so,
lost.
She chipped her
Because
tooth.
your teeth look good.
So big. It was
Oh,
way up.
damn.
It was like Dumb and Dumber. And she was like, Lacey. She's really pretty too. She's like, Lacey, tooth. And I was choking laughing on the floor. like dying. But we fixed it today. But
What do you mean you fixed it? Like
we
you
went
fixed
to
it?
the dinner.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
You made it sound like
I just stuck
no.
a chiclet on there, and I was like, "You're good."
Some whiteout. You're good. Let's go.
You can't even see it.
Oh my god.
No, it was literally.
That's pretty incredible that you were able to get to a dentist today and like get
Yeah, it was the only one open, and they had availability, and I'm like,
That's
that's a great
It
sign.
was like 1-800-DENTIST.
No, I go there all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, this guy just showed up at the house. It was cool. He had scrubs on from the waist down.
Oh, jeez.
We went to a real dentist office. But, yeah. They were really great, and actually you couldn't tell whatsoever. But now that it's over with and she's all fixed, oh my God, I'm so happy I get to laugh. So I felt really bad because she's like, no, really? I just could not stop. I'm so evil.
You really
I had no
showed her
idea.
a great time.
I did. I showed her the best
ever
time.
hang out in Deep Ellum?
No, that's where like hookers and stuff were when we
Really?
lived in Texas.
I mean, the only time I ever went to Dallas
like
was in
Harry
Deep Ellum.
Hines.
Harry Hines. So you ever heard of Trees? There was a club called Trees. I used to play at Trees. My band used
No,
to play
because
Trees.
I moved to South Beach, Miami when I was 17 years old.
Oh, okay.
I moved to South Beach.
Yeah, like there's no hookers in South Beach.
And I didn't go back. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of hookers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I paid rent. So.
No, Deep Ellum. Deep Ellum was like kind of the music part of town. Yeah.
Deep Ellum Bulls.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Harry Hines. I just knew that when I was like 16 and we were going out, I was not allowed to go over there.
Oh,
So
yeah. It was probably pretty rough.
At least
but
21 and older, probably.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, obviously, I went out way before I was 21. I remember I moved to Hermosa when I first got here, and I was 20. And I went to all the bars, and I had so much fun all the time.
That's where you met your husband, right?
Yes. And I wasn't even allowed to be in the bar we met at. And then I went, for my 21st birthday, we went out to all the bars. And they were like, Lacey, you're just now 21 the whole time. It's like, that's on you. You never checked. But sure, that's your job.
That's funny.
So how old were you when you started?
You signed the contract.
wrestling?
I was 20.
Okay. So this is at that time.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks after I met my husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the process?
Well, 99% of wrestling's nepotism. And so if you're in the family, the process is, here's your contract. If you're not, I'm pretty sure you like drop out of high school and then you like get on the indie circuit, probably suck a lot of dick, and then you become a wrestler.
Right.
But luckily, I was in the family. Whoop, whoop.
But there must be a training process.
Yeah,
I mean,
John Cena apparently was always on his knees, so now you know. He's gonna kill me.
But you said you hadn't done it before, so like they must have taught you
Blowjobs or
Suck
wrestling?
dick or
Training.
wrestling.
Wrestling.
So they take you to a Florida wrestling school, AEW. Maybe that's what you were thinking of.
AWA, that's what it was.
AWA.
I think that was the
AEW is now. what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, it's not AEW. You're right. It's something like that. It's their Florida, whatever. I always just said it was our Florida WWE developmental.
American Wrestling Association, I bet, is what
So
it was.
that's
The
where I, like-
AWA
Makes
was
sense
the
that's in
old
Florida, though,
school.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I learned literally WWE's developmental was in a canning factory that had no air conditioning in Florida. It was humid as hell. We were all drenched wet and it was disgusting. Like all the mats were soaked. Like literally you do bumps on the mats and sweat would fly up. It was so freaking gross.
That's awesome. That's what it should be. That's what we should be watching.
Oh yeah. Well, nowadays their developmental is in a beautiful place, like a studio that's filmed and it's air conditioning and all the stuff. And I'm like, that is not how I had to be trained.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Do you know that Billy Corrigan from Smashing Pumpkins
Yeah,
owns
he asked me to.
yeah?
he asked me
NWA,
to
is that the name of
come
his?
Host, but I was like, I owned a wrestling federation at the time, so I couldn't like do it.
Oh.
But I would do it now, like that.
What is it?
I think it's called NWA. I might be making that up.
No, NWA is what my friend Kevin Nash owned.
Can you guys look
I
up?
think it's-
Can you guys look up Billy Corrigan's Wrestling Federation?
I always do this. I'm so bad. I grew up in this, but I never even watched it even when I was in wrestling. Like never.
Really?
Oh, I watched like if something funny was about to happen and I knew about it. Like this one time, one of the guys at TNA Wrestling. It's now Impact Wrestling on Spike. It was on Spike. I don't know where it is now. But anyway, one of the guys was giving the other guy shit. And so they got a little bit of poop. They put it in his mask right where the nose is. Because the guy never put his mask down until right when he went out because he could barely breathe.
Oh.
And so right when he puts it down, he like walks out in front of everyone. It's live. He pulling like this, like, oh my God, what's that smell? So the whole time they're like wrestling, he's like, oh, what's that smell? And backstage we were dying, like laughing so hard. They're like, shh, like be quiet. We're like, ah, like dying. That's when I would watch, when I knew something fucking really funny was about to happen. Otherwise, it's like watching a magician and you know all their tricks and you see all the flaws. You're like, oh, you pulled that rabbit out wrong.
And so you would tour basically?
No, I filmed in Florida at Universal Studios every other week.
Okay.
So they were making me the world champion. We did it as a group, as a world champions. We were tag team champions. Like I was in the Beautiful People. We're like the bitches of wrestling, and I was like the dumb one, which is funny because I was valedictorian and went to Harvard, and they dropped out of high school. But I was supposed to be the stupid one. And it was a really funny part to play, though. And so we were championship, but then we were bad guys, but the audience like loved me, and they'd be like, Lacey, yay! And they were like, no, you can't do that. She's a bad guy. Because I drank with all the fans afterwards. Like I had, oh my God, I was the life of the party. Like dance naked in the fountain and everything afterwards, which I don't remember, but I got told this happened. So they were making me the world champion solo. And that meant I had to tour, and I had a kid, and I had a fiance, and I was like, ugh, I'm not going to tour around all these podunk freaking towns where they're only Applebee's for weeks at a time for the same price of the money that I get right now. Like, you don't get a raise. Yeah. And so I was like, no.
Touring's tough.
No.
It's not glamorous.
I did it one time, and I was like, well, touring to Australia, like the Hulkamania tour I did, that was badass. That was 5-star, first class, best hotels, $1,000 per diem a day. Wow. Like, they lost money on that tour because they gave us so much money. It was so great. That's awesome. And that's where me and Terry, Hulk Hogan, got really close. And Ric Flair, he was on that tour too. So I was Ric's, because the Von Erichs and Ric Flair always had a rivalry. And so I was his like manager to be like, because I was a bad guy on TV. So on tour, I was like helping him fuck with Hogan. And so we did the same spot every night where like Rick would grab me, pull me in front of him, push me in front of Hogan. I would bear hug him. Rick would punch him in the face. But Rick kept his gig or his blade on his middle finger because he never has anyone with him. So normally, you know what a gig is, right? Like when they hit the turnbuckles, they go like this, and so blood goes everywhere.
Cut themselves, right?
Yeah. Right. Rick's forehead's fucked, but Hogan's is fine.
They had it in the tape, right? They tape it in their hand?
Yeah, they tape it. Yeah. And the little bit just sticks out, right? Well, so he grabs me and pulls me down and then pushes me in front of Hogan. I'm like this, and I'm squirting like a waterfall of blood.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Like this. And I was like, oh, shit. And Uncle Terry's like, it's okay, baby. Just keep going. Just keep going. I'm like, okay. Because we're in front of 20,000 people. Like, there's nothing to do. And then I have to jump up on the second rope. Jimmy Hart has to pull my clothes off. I'm in lingerie. And then I have to jump on Hogan and put him in a headlock and lay down in the ring. And my blood's going. He's all bloody because he already did his gigging thing. And I was like, you better not have AIDS. And he's like, I don't, baby girl. I don't have AIDS. Like, all these people are watching this amazing match, and little do they know we're bleeding and saying, you better not have AIDS. Then, okay, so the story's not over. I run backstage to the ambulance, and I'm like, can you please fix me up? And they're like, we're fake. We're taking Rick. Didn't even have a Band-Aid. They were taking Rick away in the ambulance. And I was like, oh, my God. So I had
fake ambulance.
It was a fake ambulance. No, yeah, can we get a real ambulance? No, they don't do that in wrestling. No, like, when I got a concussion, which was a lot, I've had 14 plus. they would be like, have a beer, take a nap. I was
Like the opposite things you should do,
yes,
right?
exactly. And so I go, I have to get a sweater and I have to tie it around my arm because it won't stop bleeding. And I go to the hotel and I'm like, do y'all have a Band-Aid or like something to butterfly this with?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we have some Band-Aids. So they give me a Band-Aids. And I'm like, all right, I got to figure out how to make this like this with this. So I go to my room and I open up the mini bar and I grab out a vodka and I'm like, I chugged it. And then I grabbed another one and I poured it on it and I just go, fuck, like as loud as I could. Like the whole freaking hotel heard me. And then I had to get the ends of the Band-Aids and cut them and then squeeze it together and butterfly it up. And so now it's this puffy little weird vagina scar on my arm. And Rick was like, I'll fix it. And I'm like, hell no, because then I get to tell this story. So I've never fixed it. I love scars.
Nice.
They're the best.
So
did he used to fix his
scar?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, you obviously can't fix scars. You look like a bulldog. It's been in a lot of fights.
That's crazy. I did hear a lot about like the taping and the cutting, and
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
It is. I mean, and some of the guys would do like real tack matches, like Mick Foley. He's the best. He does stand-up comedy and stuff now. He's got a lot of material because of wrestling.
So is a lot of this in the movie that's coming up? Did you get a chance to like? Talk
I was
with the
on
writers
set, and so I got to meet Zach, and he put him in this like weird wig to make it look like he has long hair, like my uncles did. So, and then he had a sty in his eye, so it was all swollen and gooing, and I was like, oh. I'm thinking 17 again. This is hilarious. Like, I was dying. Yeah, he was so much shorter. My uncles are like giants. Like, you go around that and they're like,
huge.
Wow. Yeah, it's a presence.
Yeah.
And Zach was like this big, and I was like, oh, hello. Oh, okay. So are y'all just like casting very short people to like make them look really big? And I guess they said yes. So.
That's funny.
I know. He was nice though, and so yeah, I did get to go film. They were like, "You're gonna get a kick out of this." So we go in to this like warehouse that they created, the Sportatorium in Dallas. That's where like my family started wrestling and where I grew up. They created it in this warehouse. Like it looks verbatim like the Sportatorium. And then you go upstairs, it's my granddad's office that was there. Like made it with the mallard ducks and the wooden desks and the old phone and the Rolodex and the like all this stuff. I was just like, ugh. So they're like, yeah, your sister cried really hard when she saw this room. And I was like, oh, cool, fucking assholes. Anyway, and then when I saw Zach, I was like, where's Jeremy? I want to meet Jeremy, the guy playing my dad. And he was like, oh, your dad's already dead. Like in that scene. And I was like, oh, cool.
That's horrible.
God, y'all realize like what you're saying, right? It's like they think like we're fables, like it's not real.
Right.
Like I'm a real person. They all really did die, and this is awkward. But thanks for making the movie. Like I'm super excited about the premiere, but then I told my sister like, oh shit, we have to watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to.
Have you seen it?
Who was?
I saw parts of it, and they did
Can't you
amazing.
request to see it before it premieres?
I think so.
Who did they talk to
Blow
get
the right
the story?
people. You can do whatever you want. They don't have to. After like a family.
But I mean, where did they get the information?
If you get information,
Wikipedia'd it?
yes. If you do that, then they didn't realize we would talk to them and help them and give them info. They didn't realize that.
No.
And so now they know that. And they're like, oh. So, and there's like some things that like they were getting wrong.
Right.
When I was watching one part where the whole crowd is like giving their tickets and going into the Sportatorium on a scene. And I was like, you realize this is not the crowd, right? Like they were obese. They had no teeth. They were trashy. They had lipstick all over their teeth. They're like always grabbing my sister and I like, oh, this is Kerry Von Erich's daughter, because my mom didn't want to have to babysit. And it was a very different crowd. Their crowd was all like beautiful, put together in 70s clothes. It was like, no. You need to mess that girl's hair up. You need to put a meth thing in her arm. You need to, seriously. And they're like, well, it's a movie. Let's make everyone pretty. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's why I didn't get to be in it.
Who made this movie? Do you know?
His name is Sean. I don't remember his last name, but it's...
Do you know what studio?
Yes, A23 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Can you just look it up? I don't know.
Yeah, A23.
I think it's A23, yeah.
That's, whose company is that? Brian, can you Google A23?
Or look up our movie on IMDb. My husband
Okay.
sent me the... Oh, here. He sent me a text of the IMDb.
Yeah,
Because-
A23 is, what's his name? So there'll be like,
It's called Iron Claw.
it's kind of like an action.
It follows the story of the Von Erich dynasty wrestlers who made a great impact on the sport from the 60s to present day. And then, let's see. Sean Durkin. He's the director and writer. He was so much fun. The stars are Lily James, Harrison Dixon, Jeremy Allen White. And, wow, this is really helpful. Do you know, like, sometimes people ask me stories about my granddad or my dad, and I just Google it? A24?
Yeah.
You're close.
Wow, I owe you one.
I'm picturing the logo, actually, and I was like,
Yeah, no, I've seen it a bunch of times. And
Right.
I feel like. Oops.
I like the big, long pauses in your show. That must be your highest
It's
rating
all
point.
editable.
John, I didn't.
yeah,
I didn't hear what you asked for. What were you asking for?
A24 Films. I'm trying to find out who the.
we
the,
clean it all up,
there's,
so we could just do whatever we want.
They just beat me
I
out a
know
lot.
who's.
No beeps.
The guy that owns A24 Films is like, he's a producer and director.
Of porn.
No,
Oh. That would be a more fun movie to watch.
probably.
Of my daddy. No, I'm just kidding.
Or the
Who's
porn
your daddy? Yeah.
What would the title be?
Daddy's gone bad.
Are you asking for a CEO? It's David Finkel, his CEO.
That's what I was thinking of.
Daniel Katz,
Daniel Katz, maybe. That sounds familiar.
David, John
The Whale.
Heggers.
They did The Whale. Did you see The Whale?
Ooh,
No, but it
God,
looked really
is it?
funny. It looked funny, just the poster. The
Oh,
guy's
it's
like
not
looks
funny.
like he looks like he's in a fat
It's Brendan
suit.
Fraser.
I know. Which
He
what is
gained,
he
like,
not in?
500 pounds.
Wait,
to
I
be in the
thought he
movie.
was in a fat suit.
It's definitely, he gained a bunch of weight, and then they also like CGI'd
And it was
him
called
to
The
make-
Whale, and I just every time I saw the
Yeah,
poster, I
that's-
laughed so hard. I never
yeah.
saw the trailer though. So
Yeah.
what's it about?
It's about a guy who literally is trying to commit suicide by,
Ooh, sign me up.
yeah, he's trying to kill himself by eating himself to death.
It's crazy.
Like he's just eating till he kills himself.
Probably just sit in his car with the garage
Yeah,
closed.
there's easier ways to do it. Yeah, and less expensive.
He could
and-
watch our movie to learn more ways on how to kill
Yeah,
yourself.
You should totally give him a.
I'm sorry, it's the only way I cope with my sadness. Don't edit any of these parts out.
Okay, we'll leave all this for sure.
It's also about his relationship with his daughter.
Yeah, but his daughter is such an asshole.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why he wanted to kill himself. He's like, God, I
Yeah.
hate my daughter.
He bailed on her, and she turned.
That's
into
why
an
my
asshole.
dad
It was
did
his
it.
fault that she was
I'm
an
just
asshole.
kidding. I was a little asshole 6-year-old. He was like, "Pfft." Oh God, gotta edit that shit out.
Yeah, take that out.
I love how every time
Hey, can
every
we
time
get
you
the-
say a joke
the
about that,
drinks?
you look at Jeff because
Drinks?
Jeff's reaction is
Yeah.
just like,
I only like when people are like upset. If someone's just laughing, I'm like, I look for the person that's the most uncomfortable and then play to
Lacey's
them the
being
whole time.
You're being very controlled right now. Normally, like, you're being very like chill right now. It's interesting.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
take
normally you're like,
a gummy.
oh, you did? Is that why?
I did.
Okay.
Are my pupils
Yeah.
okay?
No, I would have never known. But yeah, you're being very tame.
This is me
This
tame.
is tame for you, yeah.
Well, you did see me the other night where I was,
You were on 12.
But I
the
also
other
didn't
night.
have like footage of proof.
Yeah, we weren't filming it.
what I was
exactly.
doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody.
I mean, I think every time I've hung out with you, you've been in the 12 range.
I'm a Von Erich. We know how to party.
Yeah, you party.
We party so
Yeah.
hard we die.
Yeah. So
I'd say we're the life of the
respect
party,
that.
but not anymore. This is
Could
terrible.
that be a new saying? The death of the party? That could be a thing.
Oh man, you're killing me.
Oh, we're venturing into dad jokes.
I used to say
morbid
that
dad jokes.
when people
with
wouldn't
Lacey.
come party with me after the wrestling match, I'd be like, "Well, I am a Von Erich. If you don't come, I'll kill myself." And they're
Oh
like,
my God.
"Lacey, no!" And they always came. They were so scared.
How long did you wrestle?
Oh my God, like 10 years.
Oh, it was 10 years. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I owned it, and then I was a host of it.
What do you mean you owned it?
I owned SWE Fury. It was international, and then my partner was a little, I don't know. I just felt like the whole thing was going to collapse because people were unstable. And I was like, oh my God, I had a meeting with the wrestlers on how to do your taxes. And they're like, she don't speak our language. So like, because they wouldn't pay taxes. Like they wouldn't let me do direct deposit because they need to pay cash because they don't pay taxes and all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, guys. Like
can
you
you
have
move
to be
that bottle?
grown-ups. Like,
Can you move that bottle?
and they did not like it.
Yeah.
You're blocking my pretty face.
Well, if they didn't do their
Yeah.
taxes, that'd probably cause a problem for you with your taxes.
No, that's what
running
I
a
was more
business is no
concerned about
joke, yeah.
that. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
having
why
employees is crazy.
I've
Yeah.
owned 7 companies. So I retired when I was 35 because I owned an advertising company, I owned a production company, I owned a kids camp. I had that. I had Lacey Loans, a mortgage company. Like I had it all. And then I went to Harvard for entrepreneur, like to learn more about entrepreneurship.
I studied entrepreneurship in college too.
You did?
Not at Harvard, but I did.
Ew. Who invited the poor guy? I'm just kidding.
It was St. Thomas. It was the Harvard of the Midwest. So
No one knows what Midwest means.
you don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Did you go? Are you a Bruin? Did you go
No,
to
I
UCLA?
actually used to live in Michigan, and it was my favorite place I've ever lived. I lived in Kalamazoo. You were saying?
You're a Bruin. Did you go to UCLA?
No, my husband
Yeah,
did, and
okay.
they're playing basketball tonight,
Oh,
and I
okay.
know I get laid if I like dress up for it.
Perfect.
Yeah, don't tell my husband
I won't.
that I get laid.
I caught that.
I saw him wearing UCLA shirt as well. So
Yeah, he loves his UCLA. We just went out to the basketball game, and I made this because I don't wear T-shirts. I don't think I look good in them, and I just don't like them. And so I made this jersey. I made this Letterman's jacket, and I told Grant, let's do an over/under. Like, I bet I get over 10 compliments, and men don't count because men are gross. And so he was like, all right. Before I left the hotel, I got women asking, where do I buy that? So
Really?
now I'm putting it on Etsy.
Nice.
Yeah, I even made a little patch that says Lacey.
Well, I saw that. I was gonna. How do you
Lacey
how do you
Boy.
get that done?
Etsy.
Okay.
You have to buy the shit off Etsy. Then
and
I
then
put
you
it
resell
together.
it.
Then I sell it.
So normally we do
Brilliant.
some like beer.
I will
stuff or whatever.
absolutely do it.
But
No,
this is
I want
This
to.
is none of this.
I
is
don't
beer.
care.
They're not beers.
Oh,
They're ciders, kombuchas.
sweet.
Sours, etc.
All your stuff that tastes like it was poured out of a boot. That's my favorite.
Yeah, we're just gonna taste some stuff.
I'm so excited, actually.
Hey,
Thanks for doing that.
yeah.
My 3rd child made me allergic to gluten, which took a very long time to figure out what it was because doctors just refused to test you for that.
Interesting.
So someone had told me about a gluten allergy. It became like a fad. And
Right.
thank goodness it did because when I became gluten-free, all the breads, everything tasted like glue.
Right.
And now they're so good. Like
The
I
fat
can
kind of caused a problem though. My wife's gluten free too, my daughter, and so many people are like, "Oh, this is the fad." She's like, "No, like I don't want to wake up after I have like gluten." Like,
Yeah.
and so I think
Yeah.
it actually caused some. You have the fad where some people are like, "Oh, I'm gluten free sometimes," and they're like, "Oh, you're not gluten."
Oh yeah.
free."
So
Like,
they
it's
always
a
ask me
thing.
like, "Is it an allergy?" And I'm like, "Yes. Who would do this otherwise?"
Right.
Yeah.
Like, flour tortillas is my saddest thing of my life that I had to give up. Like burritos were breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Corn tortilla is not the same.
Ugh.
It's not.
A soggy chip? No thanks. All right, let's test stuff.
All right, let's just taste some stuff. This
Wait,
is called.
give me the first one.
The first one is the tea.
Okay.
which is this
Corner.
guy, upper left. This is called Weekend Friend by June Shine. It's
Weekend. I prefer the
a
weekend.
kombucha. Cheers.
Quote that.
Lovely to have you.
Lovely to have me, too. Ooh, it's very floral so far, but not yeasty.
But not yeasty.
Right.
Wow,
We
this is
should
like
start
me
a-
in my youth.
We should start a band.
Just kidding.
We should start a hip hop band called the Yeasty Boys.
I love it. We just wear giant bread costumes. This is so good.
That's so good.
This tastes like liquid flowers.
Yeah. It's pretty
This is
delicious.
June Shine?
June Shine, Boochcraft.
Oh my god.
This
Oh, so
one-
you don't
I'm
make
sorry.
it.
I said
Wait,
June.
I was like-
I didn't mean to say
I was
Boochcraft.
like,
I meant
those
to
are
say
two different
kombucha.
companies.
Yes, exactly. This is Boochcraft.
Okay, first one's
Sorry, I
June
just
Shine.
slobbered.
June Shine is really good. And what flavor? That's just a.
That's just called Weekend Friend. I don't know what the flavors are in there, but yeah.
So there's some
Wow.
flowery
It
taste
is
to that
floral.
one.
I don't
for sure.
see why it's your friend on the weekend though. That seems more like your Monday friend.
I don't know. You get
A
kind of
weekend friend tastes like tequila.
Your weekend friend, you get it's all happy and flowery, and then you're like, now I got to go to work, so leave me alone.
Oh, I guess so. Like a Stevie Nicks concert. Got it.
Are you
Right.
guys excited that we're going to be having liquor here soon?
Yeah, liquor in the front, poker in
Yeah,
the rear.
We're about to have all that.
Yes, I'm going to help poster
of
a
it.
poker.
You are?
Oh yeah, I just did one the other night with like 10
How come you
guys
didn't invite me?
because we only have 10 spaces at my poker table and it was full.
I'm
And
the
you were probably
11th most
working at your
important
beer
man
place.
That you know?
No, you were probably like the 16th. So you would have got called if
Damn,
everyone
I
was
don't
I
get
sick.
would,
it.
based
Top
on
10.
based on John doing our beer challenge thing that we do on the show.
Was Omid there? Did Omid go to this poker game? No?
Nope, he's
Damn.
17th. No.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like you're one ahead of him.
Yeah. After you feed me alcohol.
Yeah. Okay, this one is Boochcraft.
No, I really like it. I tried
This
it
is
already.
passion
Sorry.
fruit and blood orange.
It does taste like that. Exactly.
I really like that one.
I love it. I like both of those.
Those are
Normally,
both so good. The kombuchas have gotten less vinegary. Remember they used to
And
be
less
super vinegary. at the
booty. It literally always tastes
Yeah.
like it was poured out of a boot.
Yeah,
an
they
old
were
boot.
always yucky. They're so
yeah,
good now.
I always called it boot craft.
Okay, this one is a seltzer.
All right.
Okay, think Cactus Cooler. Remember Cactus
Think
Cooler?
high school.
Do you yeah.
Yes, I do. Smirnoff Ice Days. Ooh, love that.
It's called
Why does everything taste so good?
Succulent Sipper.
Oh my
But
god,
it's
yeah,
like,
it is.
It's like
It's a little bit more orangey than
Ooh, it doesn't smell good though. It tastes good.
It tastes amazing. It tastes like Cactus Cooler, right?
It smells
I think it's
weird.
a little more orangey than Cactus Cooler.
It looks like urine after a rough weekend.
Very dehydrated.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go to the doctor.
All right,
That's
that's
pretty much what it
pretty
always looks
tasty
like.
as well.
Okay, and this is also a seltzer. This is
This also looks like my urine once a month.
What?
Yeah, it's called your. Never
All
mind.
right, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cherry
You know, if
Blossom
we didn't get
Lime.
that, you wouldn't be alive. So,
Cherry Blossom Lime.
Cherry Blossom Lime, got it.
This is
It's time to be serious.
Is this yours?
No.
Ooh,
We
it
don't do a
smells so good. The nose is good on this one.
This is by Boulevard Brewing.
Wow,
it's
it
called
smells like a
Cork.
candy. Yeah, you don't have to. I see that. I see you over there. No, he made sure
Yeah.
everything was gluten free.
Yeah, there's no beers. It's
I see her texting me. She's like,
Okay. No gluten. Yes. And then we have pizza coming.
I love this.
Yeah.
You like that?
You like that?
It's cherry blossom lime.
I love this.
Yeah, we have that one often.
Right, it's
Ooh.
And then we have a pizza coming that's our gluten-free and also dairy-free. You said dairy-free.
Yeah, I'm only dairy free if you don't like farting.
Yeah.
But if you like farts, then give me that dairy.
So we did it.
So you did dairy free. Okay.
Dairy-free.
So now we know your answer. Got it.
I mean, you didn't tell me that before. I mean, I think I'd be okay with the farts, but I also.
You have not tested dairy farts. Okay, so I almost landed a plane. This is a real story. So I was in first class in seat 1. So it's next to the bathroom, the first class bathroom, right? So I had dairy the night before, and at 5:30 I had spin class. And it was so bad, the people behind me at spin class were, whoa! It was like very thick cloud that like it wasn't a fart that you're like woo. No, it was like a seepage, like a
Like a sewer.
it never stopped, and it like burns your butt and like it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so I'm like shit. Hopefully I can take some gas X and I'll get on the plane and it'll be fine. So I get on the plane and I go to sleep immediately like I always do, and I wake up to the airline guy, like the flight attendant guy, being like, yes, we're checking to see if there's a leak in the bathroom. We have gone under the plane, and if there's a leak, we're going to have to land. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to tell them it's me. I cannot believe this right now. Because they're like, it's not over here. It's not back there. It's right here. And I'm
It's
like,
under the seat.
The call is coming from inside the house.
luckily, by the time they like checked everything, we were too close to Dallas. They were gonna land, and I was like, "Oh, thank God!" But so bad because I was the first one off the plane. I wanted to turn around and be like, "It was me."
That's funny.
That was a real story. My sister made me tell that story like 7 times when I landed. She's like, "Tell them," and I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'm about to get real used to this story." I have no shame. I don't care. I'm already married and happy, and so y'all can all be grossed out. It's all good.
No dairy.
Moral of the story is, take that cheese off the pizza.
John has a similar problem.
I'm allergic.
I don't know if he's
to
taken
dairy.
a plane
air.
down.
It was close. I kind of wish it did. I did it. I know, like I wish I had to like tell him, like, so I have IBS. It's a medical condition.
Yeah.
Don't land the plane.
Do you think people always had these problems, or is this just more often people have him?
Oh
now?
my God, my grandpa, he's like so red, he's so swollen, and he just thinks he's old. And he's like, I don't have any allergies. And I'm like, oh my God, look at you. You have allergies. They just think they got fat and red because they're old. No, you are inflamed and fat because you're allergic to everything you're eating.
Shoving it in and they don't care.
I'm fine. I just need to eat better. Yeah, cut out the dairy. Fart. He literally always gets up and he's like, on his way to the bathroom. Like, just always walking by. And he just thinks I don't hear him. I'm like, I hear it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'd rather hear it than smell it because my farts don't smell or don't sound like anything. Oh, no, they smell. Oh. It's the worst. That's way worse, where it's like, oh my God. Like,
You're silent but deadly.
I am.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Yeah. It just breathes out. It just goes, everyone else like, oops. No, I don't do that. And my sneezes actually scare everybody. I'm like, ah! And they're out of my mouth. So if I have anything in my mouth, it goes flying across the table. I'm actually really gross.
Well, that clears up that segment of the show that John always asks, try to get all the gross stuff out. So
Yeah.
Oh.
got it
we hit it.
Oh, sorry.
How'd you know that?
I didn't mean to.
No, you
You were right on.
That was like the 4th thing on the list, and I did it first.
This is the part where we say call in the chef.
Oh, you got food.
Chef. This is Chef.
Hi, Chef.
Hi, Chef.
What's your name?
Just Chef.
Chef. Okay, cool.
It's Chef Ivan.
So is
Chef
that real?
Ivan.
Was that real cheese? Yes. All right, I can
Vegan
actually
cheese.
sleep in my own bed tonight.
Basically, it's a gluten-free, vegan, carnivore pizza.
That's awesome.
Yep. Special for me.
But
Thank
our
you.
gluten-free pizza is
so good. It's the
so
best
good.
crust I've ever
It's
had.
the best, right?
Yeah. Do y'all make the crust? Do you make the crust? Where do you buy it?
We can't tell you. It's top secret.
Okay,
Somebody
can-
makes it for us.
Can you
We
tell me off
make our
camera?
own. Yes.
Or a little
We
hand
make our
job?
own dough, our regular pizza dough.
Yeah, just not the
with
gluten-free
taffy on it.
one.
The gluten-free one, it's
Yeah, it's
This
one of my
one's very
favorites.
special. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thanks,
really,
Chef.
really good.
Thank you, Chef.
So we want you to try it. And
Of
we
course
wanna
I will.
We want to get your
You know I
reaction to
have
that.
tried this several times because I love it so much, though, right? But I can't wait to try
But we've
it.
never had you
Try it some
eat
more.
it on camera. Help yourself.
Yes, I'm having the most eaty one, the one with all the meat.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I get both of these. Ha ha.
You can have all of them.
Oh my! Y'all are like, I don't want your gluten dairy-free pizza. Gross.
Had gluten-free pizza last night.
You did? Why? Because you're a wife?
My wife had it left over from something.
She's like, you ate my only food in the house?
It is kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge.
Yeah,
Trying
it's
to
a
cook
dick
for
move.
the whole family. Yeah. No, they had a lot extra actually.
This is so good. You don't know, right? I mean, you probably do. I do. I don't know.
Well, it's funny because I'm allergic to cow milk, but I'm not allergic to goat or sheep.
Me neither.
Yeah, so I eat goat. Like at home, we call it daddy's cheese. Like
Goat cheese and stuff.
the goat cheese is daddy's cheese.
Yeah, I like that on salad.
Yeah, I ate lots of goat cheese.
We had a goat growing up, and my Aunt Pam, she would milk the goat. She tried to like put it in our cereal as if we wouldn't know, and we'd be like, it's goat milk, we know.
Yeah,
And she's
goat
like,
milk and cereal's not good.
you can't taste it. Well, yes, you can, and it's warm. It's not even like fermented or like cleaned. It's like right out of the tit. Oh yeah, you literally just milked the one goat we had. It was disgusting. We know it's the goat. We know that's Nancy, Aunt Pam. I don't want Nancy's titty all over my cereal. I want the nice, clean, white stuff. Yeah, and why are my Cheerios brown?
There's a lot more better alternatives now. Like, I think almond milk. I'm so used to almond milk now.
I like oat milk.
You like oat milk? My
It
daughter
tastes
does
like
oat milk.
It tastes like milk at the bottom of your cereal bowl that you like drink afterwards. That's what
Right.
oat milk tastes like to me. I'm just losing all my toppings.
We'll get you more toppings.
Well, I'm used to my dog being around, so I just drop food everywhere, and she just comes and cleans it up. I should have named her Roomba.
Yeah, Roomba. That's a good name for a dog.
Mm-hmm. We named her Dodger Dog. Because we're Dodger fans. Go Dodgers! Woohoo!
Oh yeah, that's a bomb pizza.
I know, right?
So good.
All you need is a lot of meat on anything. It's delicious.
Yeah. Pizza named the Carnivore.
This crust is so good.
It is really good. The vegan cheese usually it's like,
Weird.
yeah, like somebody had that. Like, yeah, that's not that cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the gluten-free crust.
Y'all's vegan cheese though tastes like brie. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's like a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Let's see which one pairs best. Don't tell each other. And then we'll put up in sign language which letter pairs best with this pizza. Okay.
I'm game.
Okay. Definitely not. I don't want to give out hints. Right again. Okay. I have to have more bites. Okay, don't do it. Oh wait, I don't think I know it. Okay.
You know the sign language letters?
I do. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, blah, blah.
Do that again.
A, B, C, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. I don't remember what P is. P, Q, R, something S. I don't know. It's been a while. Oh, I know mine for sure. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Go. Which letter?
I don't know what you guys are doing.
We're doing the
sign language,
letter
the-
of which one paired
the
the
one that
best.
paired the best with the pizza.
I don't know sign language.
Oh, okay. Well, we think it's B. What do you think? Which
C.
was that? C?
Is that C?
C was a close second for me.
I'm like dumped
But
everything
B
over.
was for sure the best to me.
I'm like, what are you guys doing? I'm like I totally missed something.
This is C.
Okay.
That one's pretty easy because
Yeah.
it's just a fucking C. You idiot.
Dripping.
Rough.
I had a babysitter when I was little. Her mom was sign language.
She was.
Are you sign language? She didn't hear me, so.
Got away with that one.
You don't hear me though.
I was like the other day. I was at Masters Ocean Club, and Stevie Wonder was there. I swear to God, this isn't a joke. And I took like a selfie with him, and they were like, "No selfies." I was like, "He doesn't know." And they were like, looked at me like I'm such a dick.
Kind of our deck.
But he still doesn't know.
He didn't.
And
He
he
still
still
doesn't know.
Yeah.
To this day, it's like, take all the selfies you want, and just don't touch him. He doesn't know anything. I'm like, show me your dick. And he's just like, so happy.
So you guys thought B. You went to Cactus Cooler.
What happened? Oh, yeah.
You're B and
Yeah, you're wrong.
I have my.
I'll
This
take
be
that.
the right one.
I'm going to tell you guys a story.
All right.
Okay.
When I was in the 6th grade, there was a teacher
Yeah, Los Cerritos.
at Weathersfield. Back then, junior high school was 7th and 8th grade,
Oh, okay.
and the elementaries went all the way to 6th grade. And again, I'm aging myself because I was like in the in the 30s, right?
No, you're 900 years old.
Yeah.
900.
We'll do
The
math on that later.
1830s.
Yeah. So back in the day, 6th grade was still a part of elementary school. I went to Weathersfield. There was a teacher named Mr. Hoseman. My philosophy on Mr. Hoseman was that like when like Hitler like ducked out and they hid him and they brought him to Thousand Oaks and then he became a 6th grade teacher. That was Mr. Hoseman.
Oh, interesting.
Now we all know
Yeah.
the truth.
Um,
Oh,
Mustache gave it away, huh?
it explains a lot about you.
that I had Hitler for my 6th grade teacher.
Yes. Now I understand a lot more.
Okay.
Wait, did Hitler teach you 6th grade?
He did, but he hated me. I think maybe there's like
That's a positive thing.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's right.
I'm so sad Hitler hates me.
Yeah. Boo-hoo, Hitler doesn't like me.
Well, that's weird because you have blue eyes, and
Yeah, but
maybe you were blonde back in the day. No one knows.
No, I wasn't.
It's just white now.
But anyways, he hated me, and
You cried.
I never cried.
Yeah, you do.
Never,
You
never,
cry out every
ever.
night.
I still cry. But anyways, he hated me, and then they had this thing where there was like an art thing, and he was not like an art guy at all, so there was no art assignments at this point, but they had this thing where they were going to pick like 5 kids from each
To
class
model nude.
to go to Newbury Park High School and take an art class with a high school teacher. So they had like a contest to see who
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
was the good art student or whatever. And so it was like either like you can like draw a picture, you can do like
You just did a swastika.
you can do a silhouette.
Yes, I won.
So it had to be an American
You
president.
played to your audience.
Right.
An American president, not a German Führer.
Not a German dictator? Huh.
But anyways, and so everyone came in and like pretty much everyone did like they cut out like a black
Hat.
construction paper.
And did Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
And
so
they did like
been there, done that.
so I got
You just
like
did a
I had
giant
my
cum
mom get me,
stain
like,
for Clinton.
like 10 pounds of clay, and I did a bust of Abraham Lincoln, and I came in. It was just like
What do you mean a bust?
a bust, like I did a full sculpture of his face, like.
Oh my God. Okay, so you
Yeah.
didn't have to you weren't constrained to construction paper. You
No,
could do
I
whatever
just-
you wanted
could do
that was
whatever you
artistic.
wanted. Exactly.
So you could have
I
done
went-
Abraham Lincoln's dick
Could have.
with a little tiny top hat on top.
Very clever.
with a little beard, no mustache.
They're like, why is there a top hat? Because it's the head.
But clearly, I was the winner. There was no. It was undeniable.
That's because I wasn't there, but yeah.
Yes.
Or Risk.
So I got.
Risk
Yeah.
wasn't there.
So I got into the program, and it made him just so angry.
Oh no, that's
Oh.
He was
awesome.
so fucking pissed.
I love that.
And then I went with and then the 4 other winners were like the full on like overachiever girls.
Right.
It was me and 4 girls.
they
and
were
like,
Asian.
No, I grew up in Thousand Oaks.
Oh,
it was
right.
all white people.
Oh, okay, right.
This was before the Asians.
That's how I was
came in.
valedictorian. I went to an all-girls boarding school, and it was just white girls that didn't care. I was like, any other school, like an Asian wouldn't have got it. So I'm really glad I went to that school, that one school.
But anyways, the point of my story was that we got to go to River Park High School, and they had vending machines, and they had Cactus Cooler.
I'm sorry. All that shit was to say that Newbury Park has vending machines.
And it was the first time I ever tried Cactus Cooler.
Oh my God.
And I went to this
Really?
thing.
It was sunny out? Like, oh my God. You're the worst storyteller.
Thank you.
You should have a podcast.
Hey, I could go.
You should have
layers.
started at your birth and then ended there.
I mean, there's layers to the story, but I was trying to
I'm an
consolidate.
onion.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God. You're like my husband. He wanted to tell how he was sitting on his wallet the other day and how it made an imprint on his butt. I don't know why. And he started at the Dodger game. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, just say you were saying, yeah, or no one gives a shit. How about that one? No one fucking cares. What's on your butt? Not even me. I'm sorry. This is so good. I'm salivating.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Succotash. Oh, that's so good. Jeez, the bacon on it. It really makes the pizza. I never put bacon on the pizza. More stuff should have bacon on it.
I'm starting to think chef's part of his specialties is bacon.
That's a secret weapon.
The secret
It's a
weapon.
secret weapon. If you walk in here in the morning, when you're walking up Tarantula, it just smells like bacon.
Oh, they do all the
Cook
bacon.
So much bacon
And
every day.
semen.
Yeah.
There's sailors here
Different reasons.
getting the bacon.
There's bacon in like almost everything.
Oh my God.
Bacon beer.
This is my favorite pizza.
Bacon beer. We
Is
have
that a
bacon
thing?
and ice cream. Yeah.
Has someone ever done that?
Do you have a bacon beer?
I put bacon in ice cream.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I do an ice cream called the Elvis.
Oh, it's just like you eat it and then die on the toilet.
Yeah, it's loaded up with crushed up Vicodin.
John dies on it because of the allergy, or
You should say that. Only eat on toilet.
It's peanut butter, jelly, and bacon.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I don't like ice cream, but
He used to
Just 'cause
fly to.
we know why now.
Yeah, it would be devastating if you had ice cream.
for you,
We could.
everyone likes to
I'll
smell their
have-
own brand.
You know, no, I'll make you a vegan Elvis.
Really?
Yeah.
But I hate peanut butter
Oh.
and jelly.
But you know that he used
And
to.
bacon.
No, I love
Man.
bacon. I just want
Just
bacon.
What's your,
Bacon.
what's your favorite ice cream?
Creamy bacon.
What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite ice cream?
Okay, this is
flavor?
gonna sound stupid because
before
but-
you
butter
before
pecan.
you became a weapon of mass destruction.
I was 90 in my past life, and it was butter pecan.
Butter pecan.
I
Okay, I'm
loved
gonna
it.
make
Good.
you a vegan butter
I'm
pecan.
gonna get- I
My
like it.
grandma loved butter pecans, all she had,
Yeah.
and I would sneak it in her
This
freezer.
is pecans and caramel.
Be like, "Where's my butter pecan?"
what
No,
was
it's
your,
not caramel. I don't think there's.
What
any
was your
caramel. I
wrestling
don't know.
name?
Lacey Von Erich.
Oh, it was? You didn't have like.
Idiot.
She had the Von Erich.
Thanks
she
for
didn't need-
looking me up before this. So, like,
No, I know,
Wait,
but-
so you're really bad at stories
the
and you don't
fuck
do your
up.
research on your
We did,
guests.
but I didn't know if you had some other like.
Great idea. This shit's going viral.
You just went by your name.
Yeah,
You
because
didn't
my
have, like-
family's badass. Why would I do
I know,
anything
but like
else?
you didn't have like Lacey Von Erich, the
The fart
the
machine.
fucking the weapon of mass destruction.
The plane
WMD.
lander.
Okay. All right.
No.
LVE.
Gas mask.
We're gonna do a vegan butter pecan, and we'll name it after you.
Will you add bacon?
Oh, that's amazing.
I do think pecans and bacon
Yeah.
are delicious.
Candied maple
Well, think
candied
about
bacon
it.
with
Candy
butter
Yes.
pecan.
maple.
Oh,
Yes.
we're on to something.
It will be LVE with like a
Yeah,
big
LV.
heart in the middle. It'll say love.
Yeah. Okay.
That was for y'all. That's the only time I could like really get y'all my burp in loud form. And I just wanted everyone.
Perfect timing.
Please don't edit
Your
that
timing
out.
was perfect.
I can't wait for the next person to get this mic. Like, what the fuck?
It's gonna smell like the plane.
Yeah.
That's actually my personal mic.
He just spit it.
I was gonna spit it.
I'm like,
Actually, we got them mixed up. That's mine.
is that yours?
Yeah.
Now
Sorry,
there's
Josh.
sounds from down under.
Oh, jeez.
I was actually gonna spin my mic earlier because I was thinking I don't think we got these on right today. But
There you go.
we might switch now.
Oh man.
I just burped again, but I did it over here.
Thank you.
I feel so bad now. I'm like, God, why does my muff sink? And I'm like, story of my life.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, someone's cut
I
off.
should totally.
Wow.
know what I'm
Good
doing.
thing you don't own a winery or anything.
Oh, that.
I always thought it'd be good to have a little glass and a gluten-free pizza.
Yeah.
Me too. You know what this is missing? Shards of glass.
That'll be the name of the ice cream.
It's a suicide pizza.
Shards of glass.
What?
Another one broke too. Damn.
Oh, someone else did that.
Did that just happen right now too? That was
I
earlier?
don't know. I think my foot did it. Y'all don't.
Oh, that was your. Yeah, that was your
Earlier,
That
when you
was
said,
a- yeah.
earlier when you said Opa, was that the glass that broke?
Oh my God, that makes sense.
Oh, maybe it was. I
That
thought
And
it
wow,
was.
you have a really good memory. I hate that you're gonna remember everything I
I
said
thought it was in
tonight.
the bar.
Man,
I actually-
I'm the only one that hasn't broke a glass on this episode.
I hate when I wake up in the morning and I had a really fun night, but I had a best friend, Alexis Giafrutti, who literally filmed my worst moments and likes to send them to me. Be like, remember when you danced on this table? And I'm like, I hate, if I don't remember, I don't want footage. I don't want anyone else to remember. Stop filming me, Alexis.
Well, she's not filming this time. We are. We have like
Yeah.
5 cameras going.
That's cool, that's cool. No, I'll remember all of this. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong because I haven't broke anything like the rest of you guys. So that's cool.
The night
We
is
got
young.
time.
The night is
The
young.
night is young. Yeah, and I was not feeling it tonight either. Like I had so much fun with my sister after I made her, ugly, and I cannot drink 2 days in a row. Like literally can't. Like my body's like, nope, let's do a bath and soup and sleep. And
I hear you.
but this is like made me like really happy.
Cool.
Y'all are eating. You're not drinking yours.
I smashed the fucking. I was having a flashback until you destroyed my life, and when I was talking about my 6th grade experience.
Oh, yeah, Hitler experience. That's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone should have one of those. It's like, it's just a shower. Get in. I know it's not a shower.
Okay, that part we gotta
You'll
cut.
be fine. So under the floorboards.
Oh Jesus.
This is terrible.
Okay.
Isn't anti-Semitic like super in right now?
I don't know.
Everyone's doing it. Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye.
John Cena. No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna kill me again. I'm canceled.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about this part.
Oh my God, it's gonna get serious.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
serious on some motherfucker right now.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Good thing you put alcohol in me. Now we're gonna talk about little infants being killed with cancer.
We're gonna talk about Tool.
Tools?
Yeah, tools.
So your mom?
What a bitch. Okay,
You shouldn't say that about your mom.
let's get off mom's because I just got off yours.
That's a good one. I bet you're. Never mind.
what?
Go ahead. Nothing. No.
So Tool.
It's cool.
So Tool is theory of overall logic.
Okay.
And the idea is this: like as you go through your life, you learn things, and you kind of put these tools in your toolbox, right, John?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You have tools in your toolbox, and we're trying to basically explore things. I mean, obviously, you are a mother, an amazing mother. You have a bunch of beautiful children.
I don't know where they are, but I'm sure they're doing great.
They're
What's that,
safe.
Fresh Brothers right
When
now?
they're like, "You ruined my life. You're never there," and I'm like, "How was I ruin your life? I was never there."
Tool number one.
In reality, I know I'm always there. Okay, go
No,
ahead.
but basically, like, kind of the art of teaching children common sense seems to be lost currently. You know what I mean?
I kept my Texas roots, so I feel like I definitely helped them with that.
Yeah.
Like-
So what specifically are you teaching? Like are you making a concerted effort to teach them common sense?
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But in
but
life, I
Like,
think so.
you know, I mean, obviously, like, aside from, like, you know,
Give me
taking
an
care-
example of what you've
Well,
done.
like, you're taking care of their basic needs, right? You make sure that they're fed and that they have clothes and that they get to school and all that stuff, right?
And they have
But,
to
like,
have their chores done.
Yeah,
My teenager
but-
does his own laundry.
Okay,
What
well,
was some of the
those are things, right? But, like,
Recent, maybe like when your kid's having like a challenge with something, what kind of advice have you given them
You should
recently?
just slap him on the side of the head, call him a retard.
Okay.
That always helps. I don't know. I just go
Like,
by like
what-
Billy Madison rules. If he did it, then I do it to them.
What are you doing to set them up for success?
Okay. Besides the retard.
Yeah, what are they learning?
Tough
Well,
love.
I think that
Tough
Grant.
love.
This
I
is
think
the
that
segment
Grant
where you
is
feel like
potentially the
shit.
one that's giving him the lessons.
Okay. Let me think.
No, but you got this. You're like
I stopped
a
breastfeeding
very
when he was 10.
successful woman.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you teaching them about success? Like, how are you teaching them? You're an entrepreneur. You're highly educated. You're all these things. Like,
Well,
I mean,
I'm
are they just gaining it by osmosis?
Well, in reality, I am always at their school. So I'm part of the PTA, and then I volunteer in the kids' class, and I was the PE teacher at Westlake Elementary.
Nice.
So I was there every day. But I actually felt like I was traumatizing all the kids. I would call them fart heads and tell them they were doing terrible. And so I don't do it anymore. But I act like my uncles did. I feel like it's common sense where I don't like coddle them. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you acting like that? Like, why is this? Like, I feel like I do common sense where it's like, stop being a dick, kind of.
Yeah.
And
Kind of reality check.
like a reality check. I feel like I've done that their whole lives.
Yeah.
And my 16-year-old is one of the coolest kids I've ever met. And he describes me to his friends like, this is my mom and my best friend. Still does it. I can't
Right.
believe it.
That's awesome.
That's not common.
Oh, I know. And you know, the only thing that's bad about it is that he tells me everything. Like, it was really cute when he had his first kiss in 8th grade, and he called me immediately. Like, it just happened. He had to run away just to call me. Like, Mom, just had my first kiss. But I had him on speaker, and all my girlfriends and I were out.
They were all laughing.
And we were like, oh, that's so cute. He was like, Mom. And I was like, oh, shit. So I had to earn that trust back for like a year. But then when he turned 15, he was like, I need condoms. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, what?
Wow.
He was like, no. I just need them, like, just in case. And then I have the talk. Like, all right, let's do reality right now. I was 19 when I got pregnant with you. It was the abortion I never had. I call him that every day. Hey, abortion. It's too late, apparently. I keep asking doctors, and they're like, no, you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, 19 years is too late.
Yeah, 16, yeah.
Reminds me of the
I was
neighbor.
19 when I was
16. Sorry,
pregnant.
16
but
is-
that's very close to his
Yeah.
age now. And so I do reality checks with that. I'm
Yeah.
like, you have diapers, you have this. Your girlfriend will fall down the stairs while she's pregnant.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
but
that would be
so
me.
so what
I
I'm
push her.
what I'm pulling, I'm trying to pull something out of there that like is applicable to.
Why don't you just tell me what you want to hear,
our
and then we'll
research.
cut to that.
No, you're on point. So one of the things that I feel, and I don't know if we've talked about this one here or not, but like what I feel that like the participation trophy
Oh, gross.
is damaging
That's so stupid.
to our culture.
Yeah, that's really
I
stupid.
think that's a big part of the problem right now. I think it and that's part of this
If you're not
generation.
first or last, is in our house.
Yeah, exactly. No, so that's what you're.
Can't be
that's
two
what you're
number
pushing.
ones.
Exactly.
That
yeah.
makes 11.
Yeah, like Ricky Bobby said, right?
Ricky Bobby.
If you're not first, you're last. Yeah, no, that's important because obviously the kids who are coming in like last place and getting a participation trophy or whatever, it's not doing them any good. And then
No.
also it discourages the kids that like busted their ass and got to the top and then got the same trophy as the next
mean,
kid, whatever. Like
Participation trophy isn't as good as getting first place.
But if it's the same trophy and
No, it
you were
shouldn't
the
be-
dude that
yeah,
busted
yeah,
your
yeah.
ass, like
Yeah,
how
it
you
should-
gonna feel?
it shouldn't
like,
be the same
yeah.
trophy.
It definitely shouldn't.
It's damage. It's doing damage.
I
And
agree.
there's like a whole generation of kids right now who've like come
They're
up
so
on that.
entitled and
Exactly.
stupid now.
Exactly.
It's terrible. They're like, I'm just going to teach yoga and relax. I'm perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you actually suck.
No, there's somewhere
Just drinking their Bootcraft.
somewhere in there the culture of like where that was like a thing took over, and it was very different than from when we were kids. We're like,
There's
So is this what you do? You like get your guests drunk and then you talk about like what you're really into that week? You're like, and so Trump, here we go.
No.
You're like, wait, hold on, no, wait.
No, we're trying to get just kind of like a, it's like a social experiment in a sense. Like
What happens when your guests have to pee on the show?
we take a break
Take a break.
Sweet.
You gotta pee.
and you pee in my hand.
Oh, it was just a question for a friend.
I guess another way to look at this, and maybe this is a little bit easier.
Do you need to take a break?
Yes.
Okay, let's take
All
a
right.
break.
I have to pee.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe do a line. I'm just kidding. No, I do have to pee though.
Pee
Guys-
break.
They left.
What?
They left you guys.
Yeah. Well, they have all the kids.
Oh.
Is mango margarita gluten free?
Yeah.
Dairy.
It is. No dairy. Dairy free, gluten free. It's
That'd be weird. A creamy margarita. Oh, I gotta put my cans back on.
There's a lot of tequila in it, but it's a sorbet, so it's just water, sugar, tequila.
When you were talking about ice cream,
Yeah.
I was like, no, she doesn't eat ice cream. And I'm like, Lexa, stop. like, I'm not. But,
I love it.
Do what? Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we should.
Okay, sounds good.
Vegan ice cream and sorbet. We have all the sorbets.
Yummy.
Do you want something? No. We can get you something.
We're gonna get a bunch of shit.
What do you
They
want?
know the owners.
I'm just ordering to go for my wife before I leave.
Aww. Someone wants a
uh,
blowjob.
We have mango
I have to
margarita.
order a lot.
Yeah.
We
You have to get
order
it
enough.
first because she's just in a food coma. She just kind of licks at your balls.
Do you want something just regular ice cream? Do you want like regular ice cream?
no, I'm good on these.
You're good on ice. What do you want?
Just a mammoth.
Another mammoth?
Well, it's like 5
It's pretty low, yeah. It's basically pale ale. It's a pale. It's not even.
I'll have your IPA now.
You want something more? You want like what? Cali Day?
Oh,
not,
shit.
Not a hazy. Probably just your.
Ew, you wanna taste my favorite one?
Yeah.
You want to taste that? You should have one of those. That's the cactus cooler.
That's so good.
Full time.
Yeah. What's the percentage of alcohol on this?
Let me go look. Let me see what I get.
I can.
Yummy. Yeah, that's such a pool time. So how many viewers do you have on this? Like 4?
5 billion.
No, you don't.
Yeah, 4.9. I was
No, you
exaggerating.
don't.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
crazy. It's going nuts. We don't even know what to do with it.
Just have Lacey on. Now you'll have.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Now you'll have
you might-
4.91 and 1.
You might double our numbers
Yeah,
after
right.
this episode. Have you been on a lot of stuff lately?
No.
You've been
I'm
hiding?
So picky.
You've been hiding.
Yeah, I like always say no to autograph signing. I'll always say no to interviews and podcasts. Like always. I haven't even done one since the movie was announced. It makes me more valuable.
Yeah.
That is not why I'm doing it. I just don't want to.
Just do what you like to do.
I know. Well, I had a stalker, and so I just know that if I do anything, like they're gonna watch, and I'm like, gross.
You have a stalker. That sounds horrible.
It was.
Do you want anything else to drink?
I'll drink these first, and then we'll go from there. I like these. They're so good.
We should like play a trick on John right now.
Let's put a bunch of salt in all of his.
No, like when the tool answer. We should do something like really close to home. Oh, now he's back. He can't do it. Dang it.
He can't hear us. He doesn't have cans on. Go. Nothing.
What? What did she say?
You'll know. You'll find out.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, great. I feel a setup coming. Let's see. 1 scoop. I did 3 scoop. Why is that?
I'd love to hear, since we're editing this, I'd love to hear like another story of when you wrestled.
I was drunk most of the time, so let me think. That was my best story.
I mean, like
for sure.
You have a Hulk Hogan story?
That was my Hulk Hogan story. Hold on.
Do you remember Andre the Giant?
Yes, I have a picture of him
And,
holding me when I was a baby.
So that was, and then how about Jerry Blackwell?
No,
How about the Claw?
that's my family.
The Claw is your family?
Yeah, my granddad's the Iron Claw.
No, I thought there was another guy called the Claw. Was it the Iron Claw?
The Iron Claw is my granddad. The movie's called Iron Claw.
There's a guy like he'd always do
That's
this.
my granddad.
My dad golfed with your granddad. Then my dad has a photo golfing with the Claw.
I watch
Yes,
so
that's my
much.
family.
I watch so much WWE.
All right, hold
growing up,
on.
It's crazy.
Yes, look. Yes. Oh, look, is
I
Zach
thought it
doing
was just
it?
the Claw, but it's the Iron Claw. Huh?
Yeah, it's the Iron Claw.
And
we
that's
have
your granddad.
Do we have a Rey
Yes.
Mysterio story? I love that guy. I used to watch that. That was my favorite.
A lot of the
Absolutely.
old guys, they just have signings. Like, look, this is like granddad.
Yeah, that was the guy. He's bald.
Yeah.
My dad golfed with him.
That is so
There's
funny.
he had a picture in his shop.
See, this is my dad, but
Yep.
this is what our family does. So they had me do the Iron Claw. I guess I could tell you my debut story, which is really funny. This is my debut when I had to do the claw.
Let me see.
Let's take a picture of this.
I was also
funny.
farting at the same time.
Of course you were.
I want you to think of that when you look at that picture.
Of course you were.
That's the grunting. I was like, the claw was fine, but like the farting, I was like, ah. I was trying to get it out, and then I like dropped a turd on the mat.
It happens.
No, but for real, I can tell you some funny stories. Yeah, I got some. Fuck.
Oh, that would have been number 3.
The hell?
Also, the audio is booted up. We're good to go whenever.
Oh, we're good.
Ate
We're
it
rolling.
away.
Yeah, really.
The fuck is that? What is this guy?
I don't know. That was the AWA. I remember there was a AWA.
Oh my god, look at Uncle Terry. Oh, sorry, Mike. My bad.
Okay. Let's.
I just do everything to look attractive and then do the worst shit ever. So they're like, oh wait, never mind. I'm a walking oxymoron.
More oxy than moron.
Thanks. Yeah, you have me. No.
Okay.
And we're back on Christian TV.
What's all that paper for? What is that?
Oh, that's all our paper.
These
John's
are our
paperwork.
day sheets.
Oh, we're gonna roll some joints.
Yeah.
Big ones.
Big old fatties.
Yeah.
This is
This is where
the
it
Bob
talks about-
Marley segment.
This is where it talks about what pizza we're gonna have: gluten-free, carnivore, with vegan cheese. And,
Boring.
all of
I'm
the
just kidding. That was so good.
the champagne that we had, and then the earlier show.
So tell us your debut.
When I debuted on wrestling,
Yeah.
so
Set us up.
one of the things that
what
they
was happening?
Well, one of the things my family was famous for was the Iron Claw. But like I grew up, first of all, with girl hands, and second with Liar Liar. And when he's like, it's the claw, you're afraid of the claw, right? So that's all I could think of. And so I was like, wait, so you want me to put my hand on her head and like make it look like it's hurting really bad? My family could do that, yes. So I was like, no, I will Iron Claw her, I'll pick her up and I'll do a choke slam, but Iron Claw style, and go into the splits.
Wow, that's creative.
I know.
I like that.
Little did I know I couldn't do the splits. So I decided to try that move out for the first time on TV in my debut. So I go up, do it in the splits. I get in the splits. But then I'm like, oh, fuck, now I have to get up. So then I get up from the splits, and I could barely walk backstage afterwards. And then I was like completely out of commission for the week that we were supposed to be filming, and it was my debut, like, because I completely tore everything. I'm such an idiot.
You didn't practice that one.
No, I thought of it before I went out there. I'm like, maybe I could do it in the splits. And then I was like, yeah, I used to be a cheerleader 10 years ago. And yeah, so that's the real story, like behind the camera, like what's really going on. Yeah, I'm not talented at all. And then I would do, my signature move was a backflip on the second rope into an elbow drop, because I thought it looked cool, which it did, but I was a bad guy, so I always had to miss.
Backflip
From the second rope, and then I'd go into an elbow drop.
Onto an elbow drop.
And
so you learned that in cheerleading, the backflip?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we're just like growing up in the country. It's like, let's see if I can run up the wall and do a backflip. And I could. I used to be my party trick. It actually still is, but the last couple of times I did it, like on drywall, my foot just like went through their wall. So now we just like I try to stick to like outside the house. Like, oh, you have a brick house. Sweet, let's try this. But not in the house anymore. I got a little heavy. Seriously, my foot like went straight through the drywall, and I'm like, oh, what kind of wiring do you have? It's terrible. Luckily, the owners were normally drunk too, and they thought it was funny, but it was like my sister waking up this morning like, oh, I have no tooth, and then they're like, oh, I have a hole in my wall, and then I never saw them again. So
everybody grab a spoon.
Okay.
Claim a spoon.
Claim a spoon.
All right. This is my spoon.
That's coconut.
Okay.
It's vegan.
They should call it Coke or not, because it looks like it.
Is that Coke or not?
Ew. That's really good if you like cold sunscreen. Oh shit.
Cold sunscreen.
Crystal sunscreen.
So you're not a coconut person. That's chocolate vegan cream.
Okay.
Here, let me do this.
Thank you. I forgot how to use the spoon.
Yeah, spoon usually goes the other way, but do your thing.
That one's good. That one's really good.
And then this one right here is mango margarita.
It tastes like Godiva.
It's actually
that's some chocolate. It's amazing.
It's really good.
Ghirardelli
It reminds me of a
it
reminds me of a gelato, because it's really like thick and dense, not like very airy. Like these are super airy. Okay, so this is mango.
Mango margarita. There's a ton of tequila in that.
Oh, there should be. You should do that.
I mean, I did. There's tequila in there.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, a lot.
You're lying.
Oh.
Because you don't have your liquor license, so you can't sell me tequila.
But you can cook with alcohol.
Is it cooking if you just freeze it?
I was just going to say the same thing.
That's what they
He cooked that up.
Yeah.
Those are the
I
rules.
cooked it in my freezer. Yeah, well, I'm
Don't
cooking.
get John in trouble
I'm
now.
cooking a pile of dead babies right now.
That's
You're
really
allowed,
good.
You're allowed to prepare food.
Is there a way I can get just like a whole
Yeah. A tub of it?
a tub of that?
You can.
I love when he laughs. You miss it, but he laughs, and then I'm happy.
Because he cries every time he laughs. Josh can't laugh
Was that the
without
only one that
crying.
got that one?
Yes,
no
you
one
did.
else catch that?
Dead baby jokes are my favorite. What's the difference between a Ferrari and a pile of dead babies? I don't have a Ferrari in my garage. Okay, I'm canceled again. At least I didn't say black dead babies. Then I'm canceled.
What's the difference between a truckload of marbles and a truckload of dead babies?
What? The sound?
You can't unload the marbles with a pitchfork.
Ouch.
That's very true. I like that one.
You're going to use that,
It's
aren't you?
it's
You
just
added that.
It's just so visual.
You just added
Like,
that.
cool.
You can't wait to
Stabbing
do that.
their little cute bellies.
You're going to totally use that. You're not around any of us, right? This chocolate one is crazy good.
I like it. I'm done, but I like it because I don't like sweets, but it was really good. If this was an actual, it's not really tequila, right?
No, yeah, it is straight up. And then we do like a White Russian, which is one of our more popular flavors. It's got a ton of vodka and Kahlua in it.
And Russian people.
Yeah, and actually we changed the name of it to the White Texan, but then that sounded kind of racist because we use Tito's.
Texans aren't a race.
Oh.
They think they are. They think they're a country, everything else, yeah.
And then it's actually called Kahlua Nightmare or something like that. I can't remember.
Cool.
Yeah. We changed French fries to freedom fries and all that kind of stuff.
No, I didn't. And I still say retard and faggot, so let's moving on. So I'm never canceling anything. Like,
and you're not teaching PE anymore.
Exactly.
Not allowed around churches or elementary schools.
Churches or children.
Hey, I stayed 90s, okay? I just want to make a shirt. Stay the 90s. Everyone's alive. It's all cool. Okay?
Stay the course.
Stay the course.
Stay the course. Stop making everyone a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
These kids are so sensitive.
They are. That's kind of the point of what we're talking about is, yeah.
I think that's your tool.
That's your tool, yeah.
I think that's your tool is like,
Stop being so sensitive. Yeah. Like,
yeah, no,
don't.
just being around you, like your kids are going to be like thick-skinned and
Yeah, but I did
have a better
before
shot
Daniel
in
went
life,
to
you know?
work. I was like, oh shit. You know everything we say at home, in the car, everything
I know.
you cannot say at work.
Yeah.
You will be fired.
How
Even
old-
if you
how
think
old?
they're your friend, you cannot talk like us. Like, I had to tell him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it resonated. He was like, oh, he's cool. I'm like, no. No one is as cool as mommy. Because the other day, Grant wouldn't let Trip watch a rated R movie. He's almost 11. And he was like, Mom's rated R. I live with her. No, that's so true. But yeah, I am kind of worried about them living in the real world after living with me.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to get a job and they're going to have
they'll
to.
be fine.
I've only
They'll be
ever
better
owned
off.
my own companies. Like,
They'll be better off.
the one time I was a temp at a company a long time ago. It was like after Daniel was born, like in between like wrestling federations. I like worked at like TripAdvisor. It was very small. And it was like a little tiny office, whatever. So I went in the supplies closet and like hid. It's like so that somebody would walk in and I could yell supplies and throw pencils at them. The one little Asian guy that like had no sense of humor happened to open the door. And I was like, supplies! Like,
and it was a racist joke.
no, it has nothing to do with it. Just instead
When
of
you yell
surprise-
supplies to the Asian guy?
Okay. You know, I actually didn't realize that. Supplies! Okay.
Sorry.
See? I already know. We have to edit out everything I say. So I went on Family Feud.
this episode's going to be like,
Oh,
hi.
Hi.
And
Bye.
Great beer.
Yeah.
Stand up.
The ice cream was great. Cactus cooler. Yay.
I went on Family Feud, and me and Steve Harvey had like such a good time.
I saw you on Family Feud. I
Oh
was
my
going to
God.
ask you about that.
Yeah, but really, did you?
I-
Because they
yeah,
cut
I-
out
No, I saw
90% of what I
clips.
said. Oh my God, they had to cut out so much. And then the funniest one that was like the meme that got like 51 million views or more. Actually, probably a lot more than that because that was a long time ago. And I made top 40 of 40 years. This
Really?
one meme. And it was so small. It was Steve saying, I don't know, it was something like, oh, where do you kiss a guy or something? And it was like, I don't know. I said something where it was, and I love hot chocolate, by the way. And he was like, I love marshmallows in my hot chocolate. And it was like this whole like gangster meme thing. I was like one of the first memes. I had never heard of a meme before when this came out. And I used to call it a meme. Like, I'm a meme, because that's what I thought it was spelled.
Right.
But I realized when I watched the show and that's the meme and that's the everything, I'm like, oh my God, that wasn't not even the funniest part whatsoever. They cut all that shit out. Yeah, like, so I think it was like the biggest edit they've ever had.
What was that game show where it was like married couples?
Oh yeah,
Newlywed
Newlyweds.
Show?
Newlywed Show.
Yeah,
Do
you
remember
are
that-
900.
Remember that clip
Like,
Remember they used to say like they would call sex making.
I was on the first episode.
Making whoopee. Remember that?
Yeah,
Making whoopee, and he said, he asked the couple where was the craziest place you guys made whoopee, and she's like, in the butt, Chuck.
I know.
Wasn't the place he's asking, huh?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That was a good one.
That would be in the butt. I feel like it says it all like classy.
Yeah.
That would be in the butt,
I
Chuck.
mean, for like that being on TV in like 1979, that was pretty racy.
I have got to watch that. That's so funny.
Yeah. I'll send you the clip. I'll find it.
I'm still clickbait with that. Like, it'll be a clip of me and Steve Harvey doing something like, why this girl was canceled off
you
of
just
this.
came up on like my Instagram the other day on that with Steve Harvey. Yeah.
That is
Oh,
so
really?
weird.
I mean, I follow the Steve Harvey thing. I love those clips. They're great. But yeah, it was like you and like a bunch of pro wrestler girls.
Yeah, it was girl wrestlers against
Yeah.
guy wrestlers.
Yeah.
And we apparently were like the worst. Because we think differently.
Right.
Like the guy wrestlers and girl wrestlers, we have a different lives. We have a different way of thinking. It is not the general public whatsoever.
Yeah.
So we're really bad with the answers. Like the
Right.
guys, we'd ask the guys like, what do you know? Like, what do girls want? And they're like, hair extensions, fake boobs, tanning. None of that is reality.
Yeah.
Like, that's looking at the girl wrestlers. That's what they see.
Right.
So when they would do like the end of show, like some team would win, like the girl or the boy. They do that like fast round where you have to like
Yep.
get as many points and then you win. Well, we had 5 episodes. No one ever won that. We'd always get like 2 points, 0. Like, we just don't think the same. Like, I still play, and for me, I feel like all the answers are obvious, and they're not. Like, I can't think like everybody else. It's just not going to happen.
We need people to think different. So.
Yeah, well, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
Which is why I was successful at companies. If you think like 99% of the people, then you won't be the 1%. So
That's right.
We just
Outside
zag when
the
they
box.
zag.
That's right. All right. On that note, let's cheers it. It was great
Cheers.
to have you. I'm
Yeah.
glad we got
to
to do
more
this.
beers and less queers. I'm just kidding. Don't put that either.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
This is gonna be such a tough edit. I'm gonna have to literally.
Good luck.
Actually,